take responsibility for your actions, and Eye of Round Carnivore Crisps review. Hey, what's shaking bacon? My name's Bruno Panucci. I hope you're doing well. Today, I have a couple topics to discuss. One, we're going to be discussing the main topic of taking responsibility for your actions, specifically revolving around doing your way of eating. But first, we're going to get into my review of the Carnivore Crisps. So this is something the company reached out to me about a few months ago, but it took a couple months for the package to even get to my place from the United States. And then I've been busy since then. So I'm finally able to start doing a review. I have a series of reviews I'm going to be doing on these. I'm just going to put a different type of a Carnivore Crisps in each video. So today's going to be Eye of Round. The next video might be liver or chicken breast. So we're going to do that over a series of videos, and I'm going to give my honest opinion of them. So I hope the company doesn't mind that. I'm sure they expect that. And something I want to show you, the ingredient list on the back says grass-fed beef, purified water, and Redmond sea salt. Technically, it comes in a package, so some people might refer to this as processed food, but it's literally just dehydrated meat. They don't do anything else to it. They also have some suggestions on the back of the package. Add cheese to any of the crisps to make your own keto nachos. Ooh la la, keto nachos. Choose your favorite Carnivore Crisp and cheese. Microwave them for 30 to 45 seconds. So about this particular Eye of Round package, there's 2 servings in this container. Now, each serving contains 90 calories. So the container contains 180 calories. So this is just dehydrated meat. So total fat is 4.5 grams per serving. That's 2 grams of saturated and 0 trans fats. Cholesterol is 35 milligrams. Sodium is 190 milligrams. Total carbs, 0. Dietary fiber, 0. Total sugars, 0. And there's no added sugars. Protein, 12 grams. So that's all per serving. So I've heard a lot of good reviews about Carnivore Crisps, and I've heard a lot of good reviews about Eye of Round. A lot of people say it's one of their favorites, that and the ribeye. I found when I did my carnivore bar review, I liked having the extra 5 or 10 minutes to really determine how I felt about it, so I can talk about my initial impression when I took my first bite, as well as how it kind of sat with me afterwards. You know, the aftertaste and, just overall the experience. So I'm going to discuss how it was at the end of the video. Opening this for the first time. So with Carnivore Crisps, the one thing I want to talk about is why would someone spend a lot of money on Carnivore Crisps? Now, I don't get any kickbacks for anything like this. They reached out to me and I'm happy to do it as a review, but I'm not getting paid anything. But there is a product code you can use, and this might lead to something. I don't really care. It'd be nice if it did, but I'm not here to promote Carnivore Crisps. I'm really here to promote the carnivore diet. This can be a part of your carnivore diet. When is this advantageous to have around? Well, if you have a busy lifestyle, if you can afford it, and also if you're traveling. I'm a big fan of having something like this when you travel, because when you're traveling, oh man, it's tough to have food on the road, and keeping something like this in your glove compartment or in your traveling bag is a great way to go to help stick to a carnivore diet. One of the toughest things people have to accomplish and get over in the beginning doing a carnivore diet in the first few months to 6 months is being consistent. And being consistent means being prepared. You want to be prepared? Have something like carnivore bars or Carnivore Crisps or your own food in a bag or in a container, always where you need to be, whether it's at your side or at work or at home, something you can easily grab on the go. So that's one of the best ways to stick to a carnivore diet. So here we go. You can probably hear the crunching. So the package says for best quality to keep them refrigerated after you open the package. So that's the plan for the rest of this. I do have some travels coming up, so I'm going to be keeping some of these for the travels. Now, I had one little crisp. I'm going to have a second one just to see how I like it. I'm going to go into my second one. It's nice and crispy, as advertised. So the main topic I want to get to today is taking responsibility for your actions, specifically around your diet. Now, exercise comes into a part of this as well. Now, exercise plays into this as well, that's for sure. Now, to be honest, I'm intermittent with my exercise. I have a pretty inactive lifestyle as a massage therapist, but I like doing weight training, but I am inconsistent with it, to be honest. So let's talk about how to take responsibility for our actions. Now, how do you take responsibility for your actions? Everyone can do that when it comes to, say, finances or managing alcohol or drugs or family life or their marriage, like their children. Everyone can handle responsibilities in lots of areas. Some people struggle when it comes to finances. Some people struggle when it comes to being consistent and reliable with work or with their spouse or with their children. Everyone has an area they often struggle in. Everyone has an area they can improve in. Now, if you're tuning into this video, you're probably a little more concerned about how it revolves around the carnivore diet and sticking to a healthy way of eating. So if you find you feel good on a carnivore diet and you really enjoy being able to do this because of the health benefits you get from going zero carb, then this is something you need to pay attention to. And I want to walk through the process of being accountable to your way of eating, because you're being accountable to yourself, and you're being accountable when you do that to your friends and family around you. One of the first things you have to take into account is respecting your feelings. If you're not in tune with how eating like this makes you feel, in this case in particular, specifically your feelings around how you physically feel, how this way of eating is affecting your body, not just on a level of sleep, not just on a level of weight loss, not just on a level of your mood and maybe managing your depression and anxiety, but the whole package. Some people don't struggle with mental health. They struggle with their weight. Some people struggle with their mental health and not so much their weight. So doing this isn't just a weight loss way of eating. Doing this is a way of managing your health, managing your mental health as well. So managing your feelings and being more in tune with your body is a really positive way for you to go. So we want to make sure that what we're doing when we're doing a carnivore diet and we're being honest with ourselves, meaning we're taking responsibility for what we're doing, is going to have a direct outcome on why we're doing what we're doing. So it's understanding our why. We have to understand ourselves to understand our why. Are you doing this to feel better? Well, yeah, I'm doing this to feel better. Am I doing this because I want to lose weight? Yeah, I want to do this because I'm losing weight. Well, what if the weight loss stops? So I know why my weight loss is stalled. I just got some blood work done and I need to work around this. But I haven't been getting weight loss. I've really been at a plateau for a year. I've lost 150 pounds doing a carnivore diet, but I've been at a plateau. So why am I still doing a carnivore diet? I'm taking responsibility. I'm doing my diet and exercise right, especially the diet end of it. I'm perfectly clean when it comes to my carnivore diet, not a lick, taste, or bite off a carnivore diet. So why am I still sticking to this? I'm trusting the process, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel physically good, and I feel mentally good, especially when I do a high-fat carnivore diet. The next thing is being honest with yourself. If you're not honest with yourself, you're really not going to go too far on this way of eating or any way of eating. So we need to make sure we're not just in tune with our body, but we have to gauge where we were and where we are and where we want to go. So we can't just make this a wish list. We have to have goals set up for this. This is a big decision you have to make if you decide you want to stick with a carnivore diet. You have to be patient with this process. Some people get quick results. Are you going to be frustrated if you don't get quick results? Well, why? You want the end goal. The end goal is the purpose of doing a carnivore diet. No matter what your reason is to do the carnivore diet, it's the end goal you want. If you're moving there, fast or slow, with multiple setbacks or leaps forward, as long as you're going in the right direction overall, that's what's important. And you need to be patient with that. If you're having plateaus, like I've had a plateau for a long time, now I got past my plateau and then I've plateaued again. So actually I stepped back a little bit with my plateau. I was at 316, I went down to 306, had a bit of dairy while I was on vacation, and I'm leveled off at 316 again. I'm fine with that. I knew what I was doing when I had the dairy, but you can't act angry and disappointed afterwards if you're like, oh, I wanted all the fun, but none of the responsibility. That's not how life works. This can be a long process for people. Chances are, if you come from a background of long-term obesity, or you've had children if you're a lady, or you're in menopause or a pre-menopause state, it might take longer. There's a good chance it's going to take longer. But we're in this for a long haul. Remember why you're doing this and what your goals are. It's okay to tweak it as you go along. That makes sense. Plateau isn't something that lasts a couple weeks or a couple months. Plateau is something that lasts months. At that point, you need to stop, find out what's going on, educate yourself on what's happening with your body. Maybe you need some blood work. Maybe you need to see a doctor. Then figure out what direction you need to go in to address that specific problem. I think one of the biggest things you also need to do, another step, is stop trying to please other people. I don't care if it's your friends. I don't care if it's your family. I don't care if it's your husband or wife or your children. Using your children as an excuse to go off of a carnivore diet is nothing more than an excuse. Now, I don't want to make my children upset if I say no to them wanting to give me something of theirs, like a candy or a chip or a piece of cake. No, that's an excuse. You need to be strict. Don't get me wrong, there's good excuses and there's weak excuses. I'm not a parent, so I kind of look at that and I think that's a weak excuse because children get over sadness pretty fast, especially if it's just something like that. Mommy, I want you to have this. And you say, nope, I'm not having that. It doesn't make me feel good. You have to stop trying to please other people. It's a good quality to want to always try and please people. I like trying to please people, but you can't please people at your own expense. You have to learn to say no sometimes. And saying no to pleasing other people when it comes to going off of your way of eating, when it's something that helps you, is not helping you, and it's not helping them either, because those people often rely on you. So I want to make sure that you're being honest with yourself here, and truly be honest with yourself. Are you saying yes to people when they offer you a slice of cake or a pie or a dessert or something off a carnivore diet? Are you saying yes because you want to please them, or because you really want it and you're using that as an excuse to really please yourself because you want to give into a craving? Another step is make time for play. You have to have fun when you're doing something like a carnivore diet. Yes, it is a restrictive diet, but because it opens so much more in your lifestyle, because you can physically do more, maybe because of your mental illness is better under control, it allows you to have way more freedom in the rest of your life. Restricting your food, opening up the rest of your life, allows you to have more fun. So now that you're feeling better, whether it's physically or mentally or both, take advantage of that. Start maybe getting into some organized sports. Kelly Hogan's gotten into CrossFit. I tried CrossFit for a little while. I just thought of it as like a big HIIT workout. It was good, but I'm going to try and just do HIIT workouts at home more often. Maybe join a team, do something. It doesn't have to be a physical team. Join a cribbage club, join a local softball or baseball team, join a volleyball team. Find a gym that has classes that you can participate in. If you suck going to the gym on your own, find a group of people that are going to be like-minded that will do what you're trying to do, and you can all encourage each other. So try and keep all this in mind. Now, as far as my opinion on the Carnivore Crisps go, I really liked it. The eye of round was really nice. Was it amazing? I gave it like an 8 out of 10. It was really nice. In a pinch, I would really be really appreciative to have something like that on me when I'm traveling or if I'm really hungry, which doesn't often happen on a carnivore diet. I can go long windows of time without eating and feel great. But it's still nice to have food like that available, and keeping something like this in your glove compartment in your car is a great way to go. Some people say they find these salty. I didn't find it too salty at all. If anything, I was on the sort of bland side when it comes to salt, but that's different for everybody. Anyway, I'll be doing another Carnivore Crisp review in a different video. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I really appreciate you watching this to the end. Thanks a lot, and I hope you have a great day.